Welcome back to the second game of the Husson versus SUNY Morrisville doubleheader in soccer. It's the men's turn as they will look to face the Morrisville Mustangs. This Mustangs team, we mentioned in the women's game, this is their first time in the North Atlantic Conference. So far, so good. 3-1 so far in conference play. That's the only 3 wins they have on their schedule, though. 3-7-2 for the Mustangs. As we've mentioned it a little bit in the women's game, long bus ride. They will also play Umpy tomorrow, so that's another 2.5-hour bus ride for them. They have a huge roster compared to the women's, though, so expect some subs for the Mustangs. For the Eagles, though, they're looking to turn things around. 0-3 loss to Colby College on Tuesday. They looked good, just some mistakes and a little bit outworked towards the end of that game led to that third goal. What difference makers need to be made for this Eagles team to turn things around, beat a conference opponent, move to 3-0 in conference play? Jacob?
The first guy that I want to mention is Alex Rechsteiner, the goalie. He's the one in the back. He's in between the post. He's the one that's going to be facing the shots. And I think if he has a good game, it's going to be a good game for the Eagles today.
Absolutely. A little bit of a different starting lineup for this Eagles team. We'll get to that in a second. Joe Swanson will announce the starting lineups, and I don't think we'll do a national anthem since we did it for the women's game, but we will be right back after the starting lineups.
The Division III Commissioners Association, the North Atlantic Conference, SUNY Morrisville, and Husson wish to recognize a very important part of today's match. As a part of the NCAA Officials Appreciation Week, often overlooked and underappreciated is the amount of time, effort, and dedication our officials give back to support the sport and our student athletes. Their commitment to safe, fair, and competitive contests is a critical part of the student-athlete experience. The Division III Commissioners Association, the North Atlantic Conference, SUNY Morrisville, and Husson University appreciate today's officials for their service. Thank you. At this time, let's meet the starting lineups for today's contest. First, for the visiting Mustangs. In goal, a junior, number 1, Caleb Lucero. A sophomore defender, number 3, Sam Furpong. A senior defender, number 5, Mohamed Sai. A junior defender, number 8, Jonathan Hernandez. A junior forward, number 10, Alvin Jans. A freshman midfielder, number 16, Sori Sagare. A sophomore defender, number 25, Edwin Harama. A sophomore defender, number 26, Kevin Pina. A freshman midfielder, number 28, Juan Latorre. A junior midfielder, number 29, Josh Lanisnak. And a freshman midfielder, number 36, Hiveri Doratwe. SUNY Morrisville is under the direction of head coach Jeff Moore. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Husson University Eagles. A graduate student captain from Madrid, Spain, number 5, Kiko Sanchez. In goal, a junior from Lucerne, Switzerland, number 1, Alex Rechsteiner. A junior from Los Rozas, Spain, number 4, Pedro Molina. A senior from Concord, New Hampshire, number 6, Mosi Masimango. A freshman from Madrid, Spain, number 15, Hugo Jopez. A senior from Bangor, Maine, number 16, Damian Sheffer. A junior from Huelva, Spain, number 17, Domingo Infante. A sophomore from Caracas, Venezuela, number 21, Carlos Echevers. A sophomore from Caracas, Venezuela, number 22, Miguel Morales. A graduate student from Topsom, Maine, number 34, Alex Bryant. And a senior from Farmingdale, Maine, number 39, Josh Netto. Eagles under the direction of head coach Gavin Penny, and he's assisted by Matt Goodman, Mitch Matsagemba, Nick Christensen, and Garth Bereni. There'll be no national anthem.
And there was the starting lineups brought to you by Joseph Swanson. Kiko Sanchez making his second game start of his graduate year. Some key inactives for the Eagles. Mario Alvarez, the talented midfielder who normally owns that midfield, facilitating some passes, inactive tonight. Same with Alejandro Mora, two junior midfielders not in the lineup tonight. That will be replaced by Morales, who has been starting and has been very good, normally bouncing off of Alvarez in that midfield, and Carlos Echeverri, both from Venezuela. Venezuelan partnership in the midfield. Two players who get a lot of starts, get a lot of minutes, replacing Alvarez and Mora. Alex Bryant also starting in the back line instead of Shumway. Shumway, one of the better defenders in this league. But Alex Bryant, the 6'2" graduate student, will get the start today. Should be an interesting game. This Morrisville Mustangs team is awfully good, beating some tough conference opponents. The only conference opponent so far that you can really compare the two teams with is SUNY Delhi, who beat this Morrisville team 1-4, I think, last week. And then this Husson team beat that SUNY Delhi team 1-0 in the NAC Conference Championship in overtime. So both those teams, I'm pretty sure they were 1-2 in the preseason polls. You excited for this matchup, Jacob?
Very excited. It's going to be a fun game. As we said in the women's game, this Husson Eagles team is very passionate about the game of soccer, and we'll see that today.
Absolutely. We will get underway in a second. Eagles in all gray, Morrisville in black. Eagles will start the kick off. They will be attacking to the left, Morrisville to the right. And that one out of bounds. I believe that will be a Morrisville throw-in deep in their own territory, as they will do it again, this time a little bit up the line. This Morrisville team, not really known for their offense, but their defense been very good so far this season. Just over 2 goals per game, but not allowing a lot of shots. One thing you can flag them on, a lot of yellow cards. 24 in the first 12 games. They're averaging 2 yellow cards a game. Sure, the Eagles actually right around that average as well. They get 13 yellow cards, and they average 1 yellow card a game. Pedro Molina, junior defender out of Spain. Him and Infante really the anchor to this defense. Both juniors, both from Spain. Known to make those runs that can change the momentum of games. Normally you don't see it early on in the first half. That's more of a second half thing. Hugo Jopez with a pass. Morales, who's been turning it on as of late, making a lot of key plays. They moved him off the wing to the middle. He's been using that space effectively, using that playmaking skill that a central mid needs. Fight for it in the middle. The Mustangs will throw it over the top. Ball just getting batted around. Eventually, Kiko Sanchez will pass it to Jopez. He will dribble it around, trying to give it to Morales, but Molina will scoop it up, trying to make something happen. He'll give it back to Jopez. Jopez makes a cut past Sai. He'll take a shot a long way out. taken by Lucaro. Lucaro been very solid in between the posts for the Mustangs. Started all 12 games, only 18 goals against. That is 1.6 per game. That's what he's averaging. 121 shots faced with 46 saves, 5 shutouts. Normally, when the defense starts to let up one goal, they let up a lot. Not a lot of, the defense has been good, but in games where it starts to get a little testy, you can see a lot of goals against. 2-5 against Elmira, 2-4 against Nazareth, 1-7 versus Buffalo, 1-4 against SUNY Delhi. But other than that, all their games that they've won have been in between 1 to 2 in the score column.
Going off of what you're saying here, Rechsteiner played just as well. 1.37 goals per game allowed. This is going to be a great test between these two very good goalkeepers in this conference to see who comes out on top here.
Kiko Sanchez in the middle will give it to Molina. Molina taking a little bit of space, trying to force it down the wing to Sheffer. Sheffer gave it to Jopez, and that will go out on the slide tackle. Morales giving to Sheffer off the throw-in. Jopez with it. Jopez back to Morales. These two youngsters, their ball control and what they can do with it has been stellar. Jopez, a couple of crazy-looking highlight passes against Colby College. He came in as a sub for the first time in his collegiate career from coming over from Spain. Tough challenge there by Sai. Masamango will draw the foul.
We see early on, and here's a set piece. Bryant getting into the box.
Echevers tried to play it into Bryant, but it well defended by the Mustangs. Bryant, the tallest man on this team. 2 goals, I'm pretty sure both come from corners. One was the game winner against MMA, which the Eagles won 1-0. Masamango will kick it out. Masamango is not a statistically, if you're just a box score watcher, you wouldn't think much of Masamango, but heart and soul of this defensive midfield stand for this Eagles. Very tough to get by him, and if you do, you're met with the great defense of the backfield for the Eagles, and if you beat them, then you got the reigning NAC goaltender of the year in Rechsteiner. It's a recipe for success. That ball almost got out, kept in by the Mustangs. Molina, the guy on his back. That is Jans. Pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Leads the team with 3 goals and is second in assists with 2. All 3 of his goals have been highlight reels. He is typically the guy you got to watch out for. Led the team in goals last year and assists. And he's on pace to do that again. Nearly the winner, or the leader, that is, in stats throughout all of the stats that we put on this sheet. Goals, assists, shots, minutes. He has done it all.
He's definitely someone that you got to watch out for in the late game. Here with 3 career game-winning goals. It's definitely someone that they want to look to late in the game, try and put one in the back of a net, try and win you a soccer game.
Absolutely. Masamango, take it off the throw and give it to Infante. Infante trying to give it to Neto, but intercepted by the Mustangs. Infante recovers, though, and that will go out for another Mustangs throw-in. I will apologize in advance if I miss any of or misread these Mustangs numbers, these black jerseys that they have on. It's a little hard to read from this press box how dark it is out there right now.
Especially if this rain that's supposed to be coming that we've been talking about all day.
I know, it sounds like, it sounds like a myth. Dude,
I know,
I
it's
was
it's
driving
not
up here.
it's not something that you normally talk about here in Bangor. It's usually raining a lot here.
Yeah, but had to drive up here this morning. My grandmother was freaking out because she thinks she's a weather woman. So there's gonna be 2 inches of rain starting at 9. You got to get up there early. So I did, and it hasn't started raining yet. As actually a few sprinkles start hitting the windows. We just had to talk about it a little bit. Rain is starting to hit the windows now.
It's back-to-back games here. We've spoken things into existence.
Masamango in the middle, taking his space. He'll give it to Pedro Molina. Molina trying to make a cut. Was taken away. But I believe that was Duarte who slipped on the ball, couldn't counterattack effectively. Now Infante on the other side of the field trying to force something, trying to get the ball to Sheffer. Well defended. Pedro Molina will collect it. Does a little spin. Pedro. Well defended by the Mustangs. Morales gets it off a deflection. Sheffer trying to make a bid for it. 2 slide tackles, and it will be a foul on the Mustangs, I believe. It will be called on Harima. And now Pedro Molina will take the free kick. Some of that passion we're showing there with Pedro Molina and Miguel Morales talking over a miscommunication. As Morales will now give it to Infante on the other side of the field. Infante trying to give a through ball to Echeverse, who fell down in the box. He went down kind of lightly, doing his best, Leonardo DiCaprio. The call will not go the Eagles' way. Eagles putting pressure on the defense, and it will go. Oh, they keep it in. It looked like it was going to go out. That was a great touch over there, I believe. Can't see who that is. I think that was Hernandez way over there. On his act, gave it to Sai. Sai trying to force something. Gives it to Echeverse. Turnover. Echeverse through ball to Lopez towards the side. There's a through ball here. Could have been dangerous, Jacob.
Very dangerous.
Called offside last second. Little miscommunication between the defenders. Great through ball.
One thing that you're very comfortable with Rechsteiner back there is how well he uses his feet. One of the better goalkeepers I've seen with their feet. Normally, you don't want your goaltender playing around with the ball on their feet, but Rechsteiner does a really good job at that.
Said it multiple times. He plays more of a big sweeper keeper role. You're so confident with him back there playing as another defender. Molina up the wing. Gives it to Morales. Morales right back to Molina. Molina steps on the ball. Jans gets past Sanchez. Jans with a cross. Eagles coming out a little bit sluggish so far. Kiko Sanchez there to take away the cross. Now the Mustangs look to force something else. Harima. Sheffer there to shut down the in-air through ball. Etchevers with a great touch on the ball, trying to give it to Yopez.
You have to wonder if there's a lack of chemistry with this different starting lineup. Some guys that aren't normally in the starting lineup are in the starting lineup today.
Duarte caught offsides again. Rechsteiner almost made a bid for the ball, backed off last second. That could have been a very dangerous opportunity. Yet again called off by offsides. Alex Bryant. Take it back to Rechsteiner. Infante. Back to Rechsteiner. Rechsteiner looking for options. No pressure coming. Bryant. Rechsteiner. Big boot. Deflected towards Masamango. Great build-up play by the Mustangs. Shut down by Alex Bryant. Sheffer fouled. Free kick for the Eagles. Etchevers to Molina. Bryant. Over to Infante. Infante gave it to Neto, but tried to give a through ball back. The win out of bounds for a Mustangs throw-in. Both these teams, first time ever playing each other, seems to be a little bit of a feeling out process. Not a lot of opportunities other than the two that were called off sides. For the Mustangs, this Eagles team hasn't done much so far. Here's Yopez. He'll cut in, take a shot. Etchevers puts it in off the deflection of Lucero.
Lucero not getting his hands clean on the ball. We're seeing the rain come into effect now as we're seeing some umbrellas being taken out. The Husson bench is all under the pavilion over to our right.
Absolutely. The rain all of a sudden, don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it is raining hard and raining sideways.
Now here comes the true test. See if Lucero and Rechsteiner can play more of a passive game, try and collect balls strongly without having to let up rebounds like we see there.
It is the start you wanted, though, knowing this rain is coming. The game is about to become very unpredictable with how hard it's supposed to rain. It will get very, very wet and slippery out there. Defenders will start falling. Goalie's control comes into question. That will be an improper throw-in for the, I believe that was on Sungare. That is not something you see too often in college, an improper throw-in. Yopez trying to give it back to the middle to Sanchez. Masamango will take the ball away from the Mustangs. Does a little spin move, get away 2 defenders, gives it to Sheffer. Right on the back was Sungare. Still go out for a throw-in. He will just give it back to Harima. Harima to Jans on the sideline. Guarded by 3 Eagles defenders right now. Nowhere to go. He will just give it to Harima. Alex Bryant battling. Kicking it away. Eagles will regain possession. Sheffer to Morales. Morales trying to cut back into the middle. Shut down instantly.
From up here, it looks like the Eagles are starting to find their groove. They put the goal up early. Now they're starting to come out and play like they normally do. Came out a little timid to start the game, but now they're playing the way they normally do.
Absolutely. That first 10 minutes, I thought we were going to be in for a long day. The Eagles weren't looking themselves out there. We questioned The chemistry between the starting lineup, I mean, this is not really a full starting 11 that we've seen before. But they get that goal, things start to click a little bit more. Confidence starts to build with each other. Looks like Echevers tried to get the ball back to Neto. Masamango had to make a slide tackle, and it will go out off a deflection. Neto steps on the ball. Second time we've seen that. Infante gets the ball. Bryant to Sanchez. Sanchez turns and looks, finds Molina, who has a wide open space. Molina's going to take it up the middle a little bit, give it to Morales. Morales with a touch. Trying to force something to Sheffer, but it will be a foul on, I believe it was Harima, who was guarding Morales at that time. Ref did not play advantage, and it will be a free kick for the Eagles. Molina will just go back to Alex Bryant with it. Gave it to Infante. Infante stepping. Infante giving it to Neto. Neto cutting back towards the middle. He'll just go back to Bryant as well. Bryant over to Molina. Molina looking for something. He'll put a little curve on it, trying to find Echevers, but this one will go way out and hit the press box roof and go right back in play. Sheffer, Sanchez. Sanchez to Echevers, back to Sanchez. Or Sheffer takes it actually now. Sanchez will get it. Sanchez trying to find Neto. Two players went for it. Went past both of them. Lucero will scoop it up. Lucero, one-time defensive player of the week for this Mustangs team. Obviously, first time in the NAC, so can't really, all of his stats are pre-NAC stats, but he's been pretty good throughout his career. 24 game starts, 40 goals against, hovering around that one, just over that 1.5 goals against mark. Made his 100th save his last game and 281 shots faced and 10 shutouts in those 24 games.
Yeah, with Lucero, you mentioned his defensive player of the week. SUNY Morrisville being a former United East opponent, I know that a little well. I went to Wells College before here. But there's a lot of good players in that conference, and winning defensive player of the week is definitely something not to overlook.
Molina trying to give a through ball to Sheffer, just couldn't get his foot on it to make an effective pass to Lopez, and it will go out on him. Pablo Morato enters the game. I believe he entered it for Sheffer. Morales with it in the middle. He gives it to Morato. Morato with the speed, blocked, and it will be a corner for the Eagles. This has been their sweet spot. The corners, the free kicks. They pulled down Alex Bryant when he's on the field, put him right in front of the goalie. Normally they crowd that net, make the goalie regret being a goalie.
Yeah, you never want to see someone that's 6'2" in front of your face as a goalkeeper.
This one goes way over, trying to find Molina. The back of the 18. I think that one was a design play to fake what they were going to do. As more and more teams are picking up on the crowd the net approach. This one will be an Eagles throw-in, actually.
It's hopefully something that later in the game, the opposing team is going to play that long ball. It's going to leave everybody wide open in the middle of the field.
Echevers with it. Bobbled around with Lucero. Lopez try to do a half bicycle for that rain. The wetness of the ball coming to effect. Lucero bobbling it around from an Echevers shot. And a very interesting, probably a miss bobble. You don't normally see a lot from Lucero. Masamango goes up for it in the air. Taken down by the Mustangs. Sai gives it to Harima. Infante is going to win the ball in the air. Tempted to give it to Hernandez. Masamango is going to look to the other side of the field now. Molina. Murato steps over the ball. Almost made the man miss, but it goes out of bounds on a deflection. Eagles throw-in.
As we've mentioned multiple times, with the turf starting to get wet, it's going to get very unpredictable. We've seen some not so clean handle soccer balls in the goal box here from Lucero, and it's just we're going to have to keep an eye out on that on both ends of the field.
Murato went down when defending. Not sure what that was about. Here's Jans. The threat of this Eagles team. Two subs coming in. Looks like it will be Russell Lucero, the freshman out of Bronx, New York. Don't think there's any relation there between the goalkeeper, but also entering the game, Justin Klasko. Mustangs will get the throw in on the other side of the field.
Right about at the midway line here.
Masamango trying to force something up to Lopez. He does. Morales is going to get it. Morales, dangerous little midfielder. Gives it to Echeverse. Through ball to the flag for Morales. Morales trying to force it back to Neto. Neto won't get the ball back. Sai will give it up to Sangare. Sangare trying to give it to Hernandez. Hernandez shut down by Alex Bryant. So here comes Rechsteiner. Kiko Sanchez will win the ball off the deflection. Infante will grab it from Sanchez. Infante will give it to Neto. Neto cuts middle. Masamango. Dangerous play there, especially in these wet conditions. But Lucero does a great job. Masamango with a slide tackle, keeps the ball in. Masamango down the sideline, cuts back, looking for options. He'll find Sanchez, who will find Molina. Morales trying to give it back to Molina, couldn't get it down on the ground. Tough touch there. An Eagles player is down. Play will go on as long as the Mustangs keep control of the ball, which they do. Molina, defensive stand, and a dangerous opportunity. Echeverse. Morales re-engages in the play. Long ball goes to Rechsteiner. Rechsteiner looking for opportunities. Nobody's on him. This is normally what he does. Waits the last second, and he will roll it out to Molina. Molina goes to Murato. Murato finding options, and he will in the midfield. Masamango looking around, tries to find Infante. Infante has to come back for it a little bit. He'll find Echeverse. Echeverse trying to give a ball to Lopez. It'll be out for a corner. Lopez with great pressure forces the corner. Two Eagles subs will come in. I believe that is Chamberlain and Chinlante.
Eagles, number 29, Nate Chamberlain. And number 2, Marcos Chanlante.
Pablo Murato. And it looks like Neto will exit the game for those two subs. Alex Bryant.
See if they find Bryant here in in the box.
That's just what I was about to say. He was on the goalkeeper deep. Infante with the header. Goes a little bit wide. Couldn't aim it well enough. Kind of looked like he was on his way down when he did hit it.
It's a very good look, though, for the Eagles.
Absolutely. That was not bad at all. Molina will win the ball in the air. Alex Bryant will win off a deflection. And Rechsteiner with it. Rechsteiner gives it right back to Bryant. Bryant, big touch. Gives it to Morales. Morales. 2 defenders on him, trying to do something with it. Mustangs win it back, but Echeverris with a great defensive stand. Morales trying to find place in the middle, trying to give a through ball to Masamango. Just a little bit too long. And the Mustangs defense, that is, will force it deep. Molina. Shanlate. Through ball to Molina. That is that run that we're so used to the Eagles doing. Or at least the 2 defenders and Infante and Molina doing. I believe that will be a foul on Pedro Molina, who went hard in on that air challenge.
One thing you got to worry about with those runs by your wing defenders is they turn the ball over. You only got 2 guys in the back now, and you're not going to have the numbers that you normally would have if your defenders are staying back.
Absolutely. But every time you think it will finally burn them, they do such a good job at recovering from it.
That's very true.
Normally you got Ben Shumway back there or Infante if depending on who makes the run. But obviously you're going to get 2 great defenders back there at all times. Then you got nearly a brick wall in that net. Sai trying to force a through ball to Hernandez. Infante boxes him out, forces one out. As the play will reach a halt. Harima gives it up. Back to his central defender, Adam Pino. Kiko Sanchez working hard defensively. Great ball there by Klasko to the flag. But well defended by the Eagles, but it will be a Mustangs throw in. Klasko. The ball bouncing around a little bit. Will try to do a corner. But I believe it was deflected and it will go out for a corner.
This is where you need to see Rechsteiner take control and go aggressively out of ball, whether you catch it, you punch it, whatever, just trying to clear the ball out of the box.
The big Mohamed Sai, typically your midfielder, all the way down there, trying to force something, kind of like what the Eagles do with Alex Bryant. Lopez and Harima battling it out. Harima will get called for a foul. Eagles will get a free kick. Right now they can't find a ball. Molina will take it. Hernandez standing right in front of him, so Molina will just give it over to Bryant, who will give it right back to Molina. Try to force something with your defensive playmaker. He will try to pass to Morales. Morales let it go, thinking Lopez was right there. And here comes Hernandez, running quick. Hernandez. Looks like he took the shot. It might have been deflected. But they will say it's a goal kick. So it just goes wide.
I believe that is Diaz, not Hernandez.
Oh, Diaz?
Is number 11,
You are
black.
right.
Again, it's hard to tell with the numbers from up here. but I do believe that is Kelvin Diaz.
As Sai will get called for the foul.
Ball in here. Cleared away by Lucero. Leading to substitutions and an Eagles throw.
Florian Gasser, the dangerous offensive player. Didn't see him against Colby. I think he was resting, a little injury. The last time he played, 2 goals versus UNE. He has been on a tear. 2 goals versus UNE, 1 goal versus Thomas, an assist versus Thomas, 2 goals and assists versus Linden. He's 3rd in the NAC in goals, 6 on the season.
Back-to-back games here with the men's game and the women's game that we've seen conference leaders in scoring on both sides of the ball. Ball played back to Rechsteiner. Swings it over to Molina.
Molina, give it to Masamango in the middle, all kinds of time. He will try to find Gasser on a through ball, but Lucero will pick it up. Eagles trying to break through this defense. Haven't, other than their 1 goal, haven't so far. Diaz running for it in the corner. Chamberlain will beat him to it. Chamberlain up to Castellanos, who just entered the game. A lot more subs than what we're used to for a Gavin Penny team. But with the game tomorrow, the cold, wet weather today, have to imagine he will at least try to empty this bench out a lot. Keep everybody fresh for tomorrow against this tough, I believe it's a SUNY Poly team. Keep everybody, not let everybody get cold. 10 minutes left in this first half of play. Eagles lead 1-0. Sanchez takes a touch to the line. Trying to recover, but it's a turnover. I think that was, I believe, Glasgow with a shot, who went down on it as well. I think he was trying to force a foul PK.
Mustangs were looking for a call there, and they didn't get it.
Molina will come off. Tyreek Weinstein will come on. Kiko Sanchez also coming off. Beckett Parkin will come in. The freshman midfielder from the hometown Bangor, Maine. There's a corner. Corner for the Eagles here. Come close on both of their corners.
That's Chen Latte taking the corner.
He will call out the play, try to force something. Someone's there. Castellanos tries to take a quick volley. Tyreek Weinstein with a little pass to Infante, but Infante sails it over the net, and it will be a goal kick for Lucero.
One thing that we've noticed throughout the season, Coach Gavin Penny doesn't like to make so many substitutions in a game. Wants to keep with the weekend coming up, he wants to keep his guys fresh, especially in some not so great weather to play soccer in.
Starting today, this game will mark 5 straight conference games for the Eagles, all very important. Morrisville obviously one of them. But then after this, Pauley, UMF, Leslie, University of Maine Presque Isle, and Thomas College to end the season right before the North Atlantic Conference playoffs. Two of the favorites to make it out of the East Division. Thomas, it's going to be a tough East Division playoff this year. Thomas has a good team. UMF has a good team. And MMA has always been a tough opponent for this Eagles team.
Yeah, we saw that with Thomas College when they came here in early September and tied the Eagles 2-2 here at Boucher Field. It's going to be one of the better games to end their season with right before playoffs, playoff atmosphere. It's always going to be great to have a playoff atmosphere game in a regular season.
Chamberlain tried to cross it in, well defended. Now on that Thomas game, the Eagles were up 1-0 start of the second half, but a red card by Rechsteiner led to the third string goalie. I don't really know if there is strings, but then an injury to I think it was Galani. So then, trying to remember what happened. I believe Bermudez had to go in. They used 3 goaltenders in that game. Obviously had to play with 10 men the entire second half. They ended up going down 2-1 and then tied with a late goal. Forgot who scored it, but Gasser, low free kick. Trying to force something. No one could get a foot on it. Those are one of those dangerous ones, especially the rain has slowed down to compare to what it was, but those are dangerous. The field is wet. The ball is wet. That is a very dangerous one. This one will hit the press box too.
Almost hit the window up here to our right.
Cameraman Phil would have been in danger. Sai trying to work past Brian. Brian just kicks it up in the air. Lets the defense settle. Park it. Force it up to the Lopez. Trying to work with the defenders. Weinstein boots it up in the air for Gasser. Arima kicks it out. Latte up the sideline, defended by 2. It will go out on Shalante. Eagles wanted a foul, didn't get it. Weinstein just will pass it back to Rechsteiner. Rechsteiner giving it to Infante, who has all kind of green in front of him. He will take that space. Now they're trying to play it to the flag. Sai makes a move past Gasser. Sai looking for options. Sai slowing down. Gasser recovers. Harima. Sai ends up back with it. Gives it back to the defense.
It's nice to see the freshman parking. He's playing with some intensity here. Freshman from the hometown. Trying to show the coaching staff what he has to offer.
As we got some pushing and shoving going on. Lopez and Harima. Harima getting more of the blunt end of it from the referee. Angare on the throw-in. Go out on Parkin, I believe.
So we're closing in on 3 minutes remaining here. The momentum's looking like it's swinging towards SUNY Morrisville here. This back end of the first half.
I would have to agree with you. After that goal, Eagles started to turn it on a little bit, but ever since then, Morrisville kind of have taken it away, shutting them down in the midfield like that from Cy. And Gasser will get called for a foul. This is Lopez getting a little bit of trouble. Here's Gasser trying to force a through ball. Another Eagles player goes down. This one's getting chippy here in the late first half. Nate Chamberlain will get a card. I'm going to guess he's questioning the referee over there.
Husson's number 29, Nate Chamberlain.
As this game starting to get a little bit chippy. The benches are getting louder after every contact. This is going to be an interesting one. Not sure what was called there. Another throw in for Shinlate. Shinlate pressured.
The big message that we've brought up over and over again is passionate. That's clearly both sides are passionate about this game, and we're starting to see a little more aggressiveness coming from both sides. We'll see if that translates into the second half or not. Got some confusion on the field here.
Just as confused. The ref on the sideline with the flag called it for a Husson ball. Ref in the middle called it a Morrisville ball. As this one, all of a sudden, this last 10 minutes has been extremely chippy, extremely feisty.
This is exactly what we've seen from this Eagles team. As soon as it starts to get chippy, then it's going to get even more chippy. This is when we saw Recksteiner get his red card early in the season when the game got real chippy against Thomas College.
Lucero way out of his net. Make the play out. Castellanos, Chamberlain. Chamberlain, good stand tackle right there from Frimpong.
So we're inside the final minute here in the first half.
Frimpong, one of the top defenders. This will be his 13th start. And after this first half, he's over the 1,000-minute mark already in this season. Sophomore defender from the city of New York. Infante will send one up to Lopez. Tough challenge there. Lucero way out of his box. The clock is still going. Finally stopped. Gavin Penny right below us is fuming.
Pleading his case. That's the exact kind of ball that we saw Recksteiner get his red card from.
Recksteiner was more of a, he did get beat off a poor touch and he got pulled. He pulled down the opposing player. So that was a red card straight off due to a goal scoring opportunity. I don't think this one is a goal scoring opportunity, but it's at least a hard challenge where the ball wasn't played for. In my opinion, I didn't see the ball really get played for. He just went for Lopez. But we will take a short break as they attend to Lopez. We will be right back. Lopez will come off. It was ruled a Husson corner. No foul on the play. No card given. Rechtsteiner way out of his net. Kevin Penny still pleading his case to the line official. Looks like so Lopez will come off.
Number 32, Leonardo D'Amico.
The man from Turin, Italy, Leonardo D'Amico, will enter the game for the final 14 seconds, maybe even the rest of the game. Ball comes in. Ref blows the whistle. Foul on Husson. I'm not even sure who the foul was on, but I know the foul was on Husson. But that will do it. End of the first half. Got real chippy there and towards the end. What are we expected to see the remainder of this one, Jacob?
We're going to definitely see some more aggressive play from both sides. We may see some sort of quote-unquote retaliation for the hit on Lopez in the box here, but it's going to be an aggressive half, and we'll see who comes out on top.
Absolutely. Give us 14 minutes and 40 seconds. We'll be right back with you. Eagles 1-0 over Morrisville. Welcome back. Second half going to start in about 90 seconds. We got some first half stats for you. Obviously, Carlos Echeverris, 14 minutes into the game with a goal assisted by Hugo Lopez. Big stat already, though. 9 fouls committed by Morrisville, 5 by Husson. It's been a chippy game, especially that last 15, 10 minutes. It was a little chippy. Yellow card. Only one yellow card, that to Nate Chamberlain. But other than that, it's just a lot of chippiness, fouling. What do you have to say about that, Jacob?
It's definitely not going to go away. We saw in the last 10, 15 minutes, the chippiness isn't going to go away. The neutral zone battle has been great. Both teams in the 30 percentile in their possession, being in that middle of the field. It's definitely going to be chippy, but it's going to be a great second half.
Absolutely. I think we have a clock issue right now. But we are underway. No real changes. It looks like Duberhall is out there. Gasser's out there. Lopez is not back. But other than that, it looks like the starting lineup that we saw. Sheffer does look replaced with Shalante. But from what I'm seeing, this is the same Eagles team that started other than the wingers and Lopez. Echeverris collects a ball from Gasser, gives it over Shalante on the corner. He will dump it off to Masi Mongo. Shalante makes a move down the line. Challenged by, can't see the number on that, but definitely a key challenge there. Shalante looked like he had him beat. Good recovery. But it went out for the Eagles throw-in. Morales gives it to Shalante. Shalante over to Bryant. Bryant pressure on him, but he will give it to Infante. Infante pushing the back. Mustangs regain possession. Infante gets it right back to Duberhall. Duberhall didn't start. Foul on Gasser.
With Gasser starting this half, it looks like they want to have some speed up top, trying to get another goal. One goal leads in soccer are not always the most comfortable leads to have.
Couldn't tell if that was Harima or Pino who committed the foul, but it was definitely a 2-5 or 2-6. Echeverris will take it. Goal here would be great. Morales standing with the 4-man wall. Can't tell if it's going to be a pass or it's going to be a fake shot. He's going to just hit the wall with a power shot.
That couldn't have felt good.
Mongo to Infante. Infante with a deep ball. Lucero will scoop it up. Very interesting approach. Normally you don't try to hit the wall. That time went right for it.
And that was not a soft shot either.
No, that was full power.
It was ripped.
Mongo wins the ball in the middle. Echeverris trying to regain the possession, but this Mustangs team is looking to counter. Good defense by Duberhall. Mustangs will play it back to Lucero. Lucero pressured by Echeverris. Morales went up for the jump, but was a little bit too short for that one. Duberhall to Sanchez. Sanchez with Sai on him. He's been a presence in that midfield for the Mustangs. Been owning it. Big guy from the New York City area. Foul on Sanchez. Penny is upset, bringing back up that goalkeeper challenge from the last half on Gavin Penny will receive a yellow card.
He was pleading his case for the no call in the box against Lopez, and sounds like Penny just went a little too far over the line. May have said one of those magic words.
Pretty much all the windows are closed up here, and we could almost hear every single word he was saying. That is hard to do. Morales with it in the middle. He will give a through ball to Shinlante. Shinlante will run with it a little bit. He probably thought Molina was going to run with him. Molina dropped back in coverage. And now Morrisville look to attack, still facing the 1-goal deficit. Bryant with a key 50-50 battle win in the air. 6-2, hit it off his head to clear it out.
Bryant has played very well this game, centering that defensive line for the Eagles today.
Absolutely, Bryant. Typically not the starter. He normally is a sub late in the game when a goal is needed. Typically you see him come in on corner kicks for Shumway or Masimango late in the game, just to be that big presence that we talk about. But getting the start today, his third on the season, scored the game winner versus MMA and a goal versus Linden. But honestly, who didn't score in that 23-0 Linden game? 8 different players with more than 2 goals, 4 getting their first career goals. 15 different goal scorers when all said and done. Just an insane display of offense, even playing with 9 men at one point. Pretty much the entire second half was played with 9 men, and they still ended up scoring 6.
We saw that on both sides with the women's game too.
Yeah,
they put on a performance against Linden as well.
The rain is not falling heavy, but it's just enough to be annoying. It's raining very lightly. You can't see it really on the camera, I'm guessing. But it certainly is falling light but quick. Infante is going to get called for not settling the ball, and they will redo this free kick. Infante is going to look deeper now. Masamango is open on the other side of the field in the mid, but he will send it to Gasser. Gasser didn't win the ball, but Echevers is there. Dubrahall gives it to Gasser. Gasser.
Gets it knocked away.
It's one of 2 of my blind spots with the camera monitor in my way, but Jacob was doing his best. Morales goes down. It will be a free kick in one of these dangerous Husson areas. They will send up Alex Bryant and Pedro Molina. Morales and Shinlante will drop back in coverage. Quick cross. Scooped up by Lucero. That was the way to go. They had 5 players unmarked in that box. But now Morrisville on the attack. Shinlante misses the ball. Morrisville, handball violation, saves the Eagles.
From up here, it looked like he just slapped the ball to his left foot and tried to keep going.
Couldn't even tell what happened. Molina with it. Molina finds Sanchez. Sanchez, Sai on his back, but good job to get it away to Infante. Infante gave it to Echevers, who was trying to give it to Dubrahall on the wing. It just went past his outstretched leg for Mustangs throwing. Sanchez wins the ball. Echevers.
A late whistle there. But it is the correct call.
Yep, they said it was out of bounds. Frimpong will take the throw in. Dubrahall will knock it out. Another throw in, this time deep. Frimpong will move up the line and take this one again. Give this one to Sai. Sai tried to give it right back. Sanchez is there, just tried to clear it out the best he could. This one goes all the way to the back line. Pino forcing it up. Bryant using that big body of his again to try to get it out of the 18, which he did. Forcing the Mustangs to reset. Sai giving it up. Morales with a little bit of a push in the back. He will get called for it. Big touch there by the Mustangs defender. Morales moving all over him.
We're starting to see some arms get extended on the defensive side for both teams.
Unmarked man in the Mustang zone. Number 9.
Good challenge there from Bryant in the box.
Justin. I believe that was number 9. But it will be a throw-in for the Mustangs. The rain falling a little bit more heavy now. Gasser collects it. And he will say it's out on Husson. Mustangs take a quick throw in. Sai in the middle. Etchefers, great defense. Kiko Sanchez trying to give it up to Gasser, taken away by the Mustangs midfield. Eagles defense has looked really good so far. Not really allowing a clean shot, and Rechsteiner. Dubal with a man on his back. Gets it taken away instantly from a pass from Masimango. Frimpong gives it up all the way to the back to Pino. This Mustangs team try to force something up the field, get the game-tying goal. Throw-in finds Masimango in the middle. He's got Justin on him, so he just gives it off to Shinlante. Shinlante back to Molina. Molina to Sanchez, taken away by Jans. Defense passing it around here, trying to find something. Frimpong. Here's Sai. Sai trying to go through ball. Good block by Bryant. And that will hold up the offensive attack. Molina with a rush. Won't get called. He wants a foul. Pleading his case instead of getting back. Here come the Mustangs. Bryant with a slide tackle. He'll get called for a foul. I think that's just outside the box. But that was a dangerous one. Awfully close to the line.
See where they place this. Looks like right around 19 yards from Rechsteiner.
This is a very dangerous one, but it's also a hard one. This close to the net with a wall in front of you.
One name that we've mentioned multiple times for the Mustangs is sophomore Mohamed Sai. And he's right there again as he backs off now.
Sai transferred from Bryan College to Stratton College. Transferred again, finds himself here with SUNY Morrisville, but this will be Jans, the dangerous goal scorer who we mentioned in the pregame show for Morrisville, taking it. 4-man wall for Husson. We see if he can tie the game up.
This is where Rechsteiner has to show his leadership.
Takes the shot low, wide.
Ooh.
Might have hit the outside netting on the way by. I thought it was in at first.
Yeah, that rope in the corner there, it was moving. It did not look helpful. It's not helpful for our eyes up here. But it's close but no cigar.
Rechsteiner will take the goal kick. Husson's offense has looked dull so far in the second half, not forcing a lot of opportunities. Kiko Sanchez. Loses the ball to Jans in the middle. Now possession battle forward on the sideline. It'll be a throw-in for Husson. Duberhall will take it. Throws it into Gasser. Taken away instantly by Frimpong, and now in a battle of volleys, finally lands. Alex Bryan will just clear it far away. Feel bad for that ball boy. He has to go get that one.
That ball might have went back to Colby College, where UMaine is playing hockey. That was kicked a long ways.
This Morrisville team has really stepped up the tempo so far the second half offensively. It looked a little slow to start off in that first half, but this second half now, they're coming quick. Throw-ins are quick. Every time they get a free kick, they do it quickly as they can. Once they set up.
The last 15 minutes of the first half and the first 15 minutes or so in the second half, it's pretty much been mostly SUNY Morrisville. Not a lot of pressure not a lot of chances for Lucero in this early second half.
Be a corner for Morrisville. Jans will take it.
The two tallest guys on the team guarding each other here, Brian and Cy.
Husson leading 1-0. Can Morrisville tie it up with 30 minutes remaining with this corner? Ball comes in, well cleared. Comes back up, I believe that was Lucero in the midfield to regain possession. Shinlante gets it for the Eagles, gives it up to Molina. Molina to Echeverse. Echeverse to Morales. Morales with a quick one step to Duberhall. Duberhall stays on side. Duberhall to Gasser. Gasser had to slow it down a little bit. Ball deflects around. The Eagles will have to reset. Shinlante trying to give a pass to Sanchez. Ends up being a turnover. This is going to be a dangerous counterattacking opportunity. Rechsteiner comes out of his box, plays it with his chest.
As we talked about in the pregame, with Rechsteiner being an aggressive goaltender, shows that again here.
Gives you a heart attack each time, but he plays it well. About 90% of the time, is that will be a foul on, I believe, the man with the armband, Lonizak. Masi Mongo will go down. Trainer will come out to attend. We will take a break until he is ready to go. Well, that one was quick. Masamongo gets up under his own power. He will continue to play. Bryant will take the free kick inside the circle. Immediately gives it up to Infante, but it was a slow pass. Counter-attacking opportunity now. I believe that is Justin. Gives it up to Lonizak. Brought down. I believe that was a little bit of repercussion on Masamongo. Pushing down Lonizak, who just took him down. Jans will take this free kick. Bryant heads it out. Morales, second effort. Jans to Frimpong. Frimpong try to get it to Justin. Well defended by Infante. Gasser will come back from a ball from Echeverse, but it immediately turned over. Here's Cy. Cy with a shot. Well saved. Rechsteiner diving to his right, bringing it in. He brought up the rain, but nothing there. Rechsteiner holds on to it well as a through ball to Shinlante. Here's an opportunity for the Eagles. Shinlante trying to cut in. All ball on the tackle. Throwing for the Eagles.
Shinlante was all alone. He had a good 10-yard head start on the right defense player for the Mustangs.
Believe that is Hernandez over there. Number 8 for the Mustangs. Echevers dumps it off to Infante. Infante looking for something. He's going to try to give a ball to Duberhall, but it will go out. Be a goal kick for the Mustangs. Looks like Parkin and Neto will re-enter the game for Duberhall. I can't tell who Parkin took off. Parkin will take off Kiko Sanchez. He will exchange the armband, the captain's band that is, with Masimango, who typically wears it. But on days where Kiko goes in, trades Masimango, gives it right back up to Sanchez. Poor touch there. Eagles almost had a dangerous counterattack, but it was well recovered by the Mustangs. Frimpong collects it. Frimpong. On his Zach. Sai. Down the line. Infante there. Out of bounds for a goal kick. Believe that was Lucero trying to force a cross. But it will go out for that goal kick. Juan La Torre, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, enters the game, the freshman midfielder who started this game. Neto wins the ball in the air, but fortunately the first touch goes right to the Mustangs. Husson regains it quickly. Molina gives it to Shanlante. He's been wide open on that wing so far, Jacob.
I'm surprised they haven't adjusted to that for SUNY Morrisville. Shanlante has always been at least 10, 15 yards ahead of the last defenseman, but still onside.
Hasn't affected him yet, though. Infante takes a shot.
And knuckled in there on Lucero.
Yeah, that would be a tough one to stop with the rain. That had some great movement on it. Lucero bobbled it once, but regained possession. Echevers. Ball is bouncing around. Someone's just trying to come down with it right now. It's mostly Mustangs. Masimango will push him down, I believe. La Torre was the victim of that one. Jans tried to skim it for maybe an attacking midfielder. Nothing came of it. Rechsteiner plays it with his feet to Molina. Molina puts a little spin on that one to Parkin. Parkin gives it to Infante. Infante booted it. Sai with a block. Justin. Torre in the middle. Echevers comes up with it. Wanizak. Morales in the open. Looking for someone. Gives it to Shanlante on that wing again.
Again, finding Shanlante.
Tried to cross it in. Wasn't enough curve on it. Aimed it right at Lucero in the net. Long ball has been the name of the game so far. Foul on Bryant. He'll get up, pleading his case. This will be a dangerous free kick. Morrisville coming close on their last one and a dangerous opportunity.
Torre is going to take this free kick.
The freshman try to tie this game up. Can he do it? Puts it in. Brian with a header. Attempt of a bicycle, but it will just go out of bounds. And it will be a goal kick. I believe that was Jans going for it. If he got it, that would have been cool. But other than that, he just got back pain.
Yep.
Masamango in the middle with it. Gives it to Infante. Infante looking for Echeverse. Echeverse makes Frimpong fall with a little move.
Finds the feet of Shinlante.
Off a deflection, Shinlante with it. Shinlante with a little move. Shinlante to Neto. Couldn't get a good enough foot on it. Lucero picks it up.
It's the right idea. Neto was all alone.
Infante misjudged the ball. Bryant's there to clean up the mess. Jan's going to come down off a deflection. Neto just pushed him. It will be a free kick.
Starting to see some more pushing and shoving, like we called at the halftime show.
Sai giving it back to his defenders. They will try to regroup, make something happen. So we hit the 21-minute mark. Frimpong. Jans. Two defenders on him. Making something happen. Nothing comes of it. Everyone pleading the case. What'd you think, Jacob?
That was very borderline.
That was as close as it can get.
Like, he probably was hovering the line of it being a penalty kick.
I would have to agree with you there. That was a very dangerous challenge. I think that was Neto coming in to make it. The refs, I mean, not the refs, believe. Are we going to see a card here?
That's what it looks like.
Someone's getting a yellow card. I'm not sure who or for what.
He's pointing. And he's walking. I'm not sure
I'm gonna guess he gave it to number 16. That's where he originally pointed.
Right, but he didn't pull the card out of his pocket.
He didn't show the card either. He just pulled it out of his pocket.
Nope. We may be getting it here. No, he's just writing in his notebook still.
No one truly knows what happened, but the clock was stopped, which typically means something. So 2 Morrisville players got yellow cards. Mohamed Saad, number 5, and Jonathan Hernandez is what is being reported. Molina went for the jump ball. Lucero there. This is a dangerous counterattacking opportunity with your defender. Jans. Rechsteiner just clears it away to Gasser. Gasser trying to give a through ball to Masamango. Tough challenge.
It was definitely a confusing sequence there.
I wasn't too sure what was going on. He didn't show a card. He didn't pull a player towards him.
He had his notebook out, and he was just writing away.
But 2 cards given out in one sequence. I'm sure something must have been said in the in-between zone. With the guys running past him. About that Neto challenge, I'm guessing. Gasser with a through ball. I think it's going to be an offsides. Believe that was on Morales down there in the corner. He's the one who made that pass.
But going back to the card, someone must have said a magic word.
Yeah. I mean, nothing really happened in the midfield that was card worthy. But 2 players picking it up on one sequence of events. Gonna guess someone.
And we got another foul.
I'm gonna guess Sai and Hernandez were inviting the ref to their Christmas party. In the not so nice way.
You always want to be respectful when you're inviting people to parties, especially holiday parties. Because we're getting into that time of year.
Oh, yeah. Some stores already got their Christmas decorations out.
Christmas music playing.
It's getting a little crazy up here in Bangor. Mainers love their Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't you? It's always nice and beautiful when it's snowy.
Masamango will take this one, dump it off to Morales. Morales looking for Echeverse. Sliding in is the Mustangs defender. Gasser flicks it up over a sliding defender. Cleared away by the Mustangs. This one's up in the lights. Alex Bryant making a bid for it. He wins it, gives it to Infante. Infante, size on him. The dangerous midfielder we've talked about pretty much all day.
And that ball is heading back to the gymnasium.
Husson will get the throw in. Just under 18 to play.
Castellanos checking in for the Eagles.
Husson's looking for the insurance. Morrisville looking for the equalizer. Harkin. Masamango. Molina cuts to the middle, chips it over. Looking for Castellanos, no effect. Parkin. Oof. That was a mean volley. Fortunately, it wasn't on net, but he got every stitch of that ball.
You could tell by Frimpong's reaction, he was not expecting that shot to be coming.
I was definitely not expecting it. I thought he was going to take a little touch, try to set something else up, probably go back to the defense like we normally see them do. But he just ripped that shot. I think luckily for Morrisville, it wasn't on net. I don't think anybody was expecting it. Infante.
And that ball hits the press box. Press box has been taking a beating this game.
Yeah, we're going to have to send it a get well soon card. Sure, it's got some new dents in it.
Maybe a couple balloons.
As our good friend Tyler Huey reminds us, it is a very solid structure, and it's taken many beatings through the years. Looks like Husson will get the throw, and Neto is going to go back to Bryant with it. Bryant takes a touch towards the middle, find Masamango in the middle with wide open space. He's going to take a touch to the sideline, looking for something. He will just dump it back off with a heel pass to Molina. Molina to Parkin. Molina finds Shinlante on the wing. Shinlante's got room to run. Shinlante defender closing. Shinlante trying to find Gasser. Goes straight up in the air. Morales makes a bid for it, but Mustangs will come down with it. Other than the one goal we've seen, the Mustangs back line has been crazy good, not allowing much to get past him at all. Shinlante taking a body, takes another one, goes out for an Eagles throw-in.
Ball gets played in.
Sai gets it right back. Working on Masamango, working on Echeverse. 3 Eagles defenders. It took to take Sai down. No call when he did hit the floor. Fonte with a through ball to Neto. Neto. Step over.
There's a call.
Frimpong, I believe, will get carded on this one.
Sai trying to defend his teammate to the head official.
I think Sai is defending his teammate and pleading his case for the middle.
And the card gets pulled out.
Frimpong is on the receiving end of it. So instead of a corner, Castellanos will take a free kick, but they'll probably play this one like a corner.
Frimpong trying to make his case, but the head official's not buying it.
Comes in.
Oh, just wide.
Neto off the top of his head, but it goes wide. Damian Sheffer will enter the game. It looks like he's taking out Shinlante on that far wing. And Klasco the junior forward from Syracuse, New York.
Let's see if Sheffer can continue Shinlate's success being wide open on the wing.
Frimpong receives it. Gives it right back. Looking for some offense here is Morrisville. Haven't had much at all. Alex Bryant has been a pillar of defense today, standing in the way of everything. Just been a nuisance. Here's Neto. Parkin. To Infante. Parkin gets stepped on. It'll be a foul on Jans. And a free kick for Husson.
Going back to Alex Bryant, he's played an excellent game starting in the back end. We see him get in on set pieces, and we see him winning 50-50 balls in the air.
Castellanos kicking it around a bit.
Seeing if you could draw a call.
Castellanos all smiles. Running some.
We got a Gatorade cup on the field. Got a runaway Gatorade cup.
Alex Bryant with a late run. Watch out for him. Makes the heading opportunity, but easily scooped up. Neto doing a jumping jack in front of Lucero, blocking his free kick. What is going on?
No idea.
These last 30 seconds have been wild.
We got flying Gatorade cups. We got the press box being hit. We got people doing jumping jacks on the field.
Masamongo forces it back. Infante gives it to Rechsteiner. Rechsteiner, big boot up. Gasser making an attempt for it. Poor volley there, but just to get it out, it will serve for this Mustangs defense. Husson, 1-0 with 12:15 to go. What started off as a very scary offensive stand from this Morrisville team, Husson has really shifted the defensive table or possession table again.
And we got the clock stopped again. And we got another card.
I think that was the freshman Latore picking up the card. I believe that is the 5th or 6th one for this team today.
All I can think about is you get a card, you get a card. Everybody gets a card. That's what it seems like today.
Well, everybody's sharing it around.
As we mentioned earlier, SUNY Morrisville does draw a lot of yellow cards.
They're averaging 2 per game.
They're sitting at 5 or 6 right now.
Trying to find it. Will be a goal kick.
Lucero scanning the field for his options. Boots it away.
Infante making going for it. He went down on the
And
play.
we got a whistle.
Be a stop ball. Infante is down. Trainer will come out. We will take a little break as the clock will stop for him. Infante comes off under his own power. 11 minutes left in this one. Ben Shumway will enter the game, the graduate student from Massachusetts. In his 5th season of college play. One of the normally plays where Alex Bryant is playing right now. Alex Bryant getting the start today, probably favorable in that matchup against Cy. Harkin will just boot this one. Sheffer is a good ball, good attempt to Gasser. But now the Mustangs will have it.
With Ben Shumway in this game, you have two great defensive players patrolling the middle of the defensive line for the Eagles.
Absolutely, too.
We got some barking going on.
It looks like they want a yellow given to Neto. I don't think they're going to get it. Ref letting it go on. Latore trying to give something going. Lonizak. No effect. Molina with it. Molina. Oh, that's actually Sheffer taking a dangerous tackle. Play will go on. Sheffer is down now. Rechsteiner will take it, and we will get a drop ball. We will take another break. I think the trainer will come out. We will be right back, as there will be definitely a sub for Sheffer on this one. Just under 10 to go. Sheffer will come out. Shinlante will re-enter. And looks like Morrisville will change up their formation a little bit, bringing out 2 midfielders and bringing in Max Hall, sophomore from Frankfort, New York, and Kelvin Diaz, the junior from Spring Valley, New York. As Rechsteiner will grab the drop ball. He will just punt this one away. That is an impressive show of power in the leg.
That was a boot.
Gasser working on Cy. Working through everybody.
Cy showing some fancy footwork.
Shumway. Great defensive stand by Shumway, forcing it back deep in the Mustang zone.
We're hearing a little more energy on the Eagles sideline here.
Lucero punted it away. Castellanos takes a shot.
Oh,
It looked good, a little high.
Great attempt from Castellanos.
They will say it's deflected. The Eagles are running up like it's a corner. So it will be a corner for the Eagles. Shinlante will take it. The only problem now, though, the very dangerous threat. And Jans standing alone with Parkin and Nato on the 50-yard line.
Looked like Cy was giving Alex Bryan a hug from behind, trying to hold him into.
Morales takes it in the midfield. Morales trying to make something work. Gives it to Shinlante. Shinlante trying to give it back to Morales. But the Mustangs will counter. Little give and go there. Looks like Masamango will pick up a foul. Jans gives it to the midfield. Jans. Not Jans, excuse me. That was Latore giving it to the flag.
We got a goal kick.
That will be out for a goal kick. It's a big call. All of the Morrisville team was yelling for a
And
corner.
as we mentioned earlier, in comes Max Hall.
He was in the box earlier. I'm not sure if he had to leave or something, but he is definitely in there. He's providing pressure on Shumway right now. Rechsteiner. Good pressure by Jans, but Rechsteiner will get this one to get away.
Another very impressive clear away from Rechsteiner.
Shumway just trying to get it deep, trying to give it to Gasser. He does. Gasser going to try to run off it. Gasser. Castellanos there to pick it up. Castellanos a little too hard on the first touch. It will be a throw in for Husson as Frimpong just gets it away. 7 minutes remaining.
Pressure starting to heat up here for the Eagles.
1-0. Eagles would love a second goal here. Probably shut down this Morrisville team with how well the defense have been playing. Shumway cuts off Diaz. The only problem is the Mustangs regain the ball. Ball goes up in the air. They're calling for a foul on Masimango on Hall. Handball on Max Hall. Free kick for the Eagles. 6:18 to go. Eagles will take their time. Shumway slowly steps up. Sure, he's going to try to hit Shinlante on the run down in that far corner.
You see the far back pinch in, and exactly as you say.
Kills a little bit of time. It's a great opportunity, too. He's pretty much been open this entire second half when he's had that run. Hasn't burned the Mustangs yet, but it has been awfully dangerous. Great defense by Morales. Morales turning defense to offense real quick. Looking for something. Morales, high step, Cy. Great tackle by Cy. Now he's going to try to turn defense to offense. Looking for something. Lonizak in the midfield. Working on Masimango. Masimango doing a great job not fouling. Mustangs have to give it all the way back to Lucero. Lucero, dangerous. Gasser almost forced a turnover, which would have been a goal. Lonizak giving it up. Pedro Molina. It will go off of the Mustangs. Pedro Molina with a great tackle. Leonardo D'Amico re-enters the game. Scored a game winner versus Wentworth on the first game of the year. Gasser will come off. 3rd in goals in the NAC. Couldn't add another one to his resume today. He had one heck of a game.
Played an excellent second half.
Pressuring the defense on multiple occasions. Didn't see a lot of them in the first half. Played most of the second half. 4:30 to go. That's a great through ball. Alex Bryant recovers well. He will send it deep. And it will be a throw-in for the Mustangs. A dangerous opportunity, but still a great play by Alex Bryant, forcing it away.
Again, Bryant has played an excellent game today, getting the start.
Morales. Great defense by Morales. He just gets shoved to the ground. Eagles want a card, but they will get only the free kick. Neto, room to run. Neto wide open. Gives it to D'Amico. D'Amico tries to give it to Castellanos, but he will be offsides. That and D'Amico. Lucero trying to force his team up, but I believe that is Harama dedicated to taking it.
Another ball in the air one.
Alex Bryant, great defensive stand, forcing it away. Only problem is he forced it to Sai. Pedro Molina tries to get it off the bounce. He does. Dangerous opportunity for the Mustangs. Pedro Molina, great defense, high stepping.
Great sequence there from Molina.
That is defensive chemistry at its finest. Molina again, shutting down the side. Just under 3 to go.
A lot of high danger opportunities here for the Mustangs. But the defensive wall has stood tall throughout all the challenges they've encountered today.
Parkin just sends one to the other side of the field. Frimpong gets it. Frimpong. Alex Bryant there again. Molina trying to clear it out. Molina, give it to Shinlante on the wing. Shinlante forces it back to Morales. They're just going to try to kill as much time as they can. Probably not looking for another goal at this point. Just looking to kill that time. D'Amico gives it over to Shinlante. Shinlante back to Morales. Morales turns it over. Morales regains possession to Masimango. Masimango turned it over in the midfield. Shumway with a step. Shumway, it's a key step. D'Amico. A lot of great defensive midfield right here. Mustangs on the attack. Nobody's there. Shot from Jans. Rechsteiner picks it up. 1:43 to go. An active packed game. Insane amount of physicality and opportunities.
Closing in on a minute to go. The rain is falling very hard here in the last minute.
Be a foul on the Mustangs.
And we're in the final minute.
Shumway will take it. Shumway going quick up the line, trying to give it to Castellanos. Frimpong is there. Sai keeps it in. That was a great touch by Sai. Castellanos with the foul. Sai gives it to Lonizak. Lonizak forcing it out wide. Gavin Penny is yelling. Stressful situation. Molina's there. Molina tried to clear it out. Sai just towers over Parkin. Parkin is going to struggle with that air battle every day of the week. Shinlante, great defense. Bryant. They clear it away. Castellanos gets it past the defense. 10 seconds remaining. Alex Bryant with a key challenge. And just like that, the Eagles win a thriller. 1-0. The offense, the chippiness, everything you want to see, it was there. What was your final thoughts, Jacob?
I know we've said his name multiple times, but Alex Bryant did an excellent job today getting the start. As many of the tough chances that Morrisville had, Alex Bryant was right there to stop that chance from happening and gave Recksteiner a somewhat easier game with Bryant doing very well on the back end.
Alex Bryant anchored that defense the entire day. Not to overshadow the work Pedro Molina and Infante did, especially Shumway when he had to come on for Infante. They all played great, but Alex Bryant makes a lot of good challenges, a lot of good reads. He was just a brick wall back there, not letting much past him. So that was one heck of a game. And guess what? We'll be right back here tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
The Eagles, they will be playing SUNY Poly tomorrow. I believe that game is around 2:30-ish.
That sounds right to me.
Should be a good one. Caden Trenowith alongside Jacob Ouellette. Husson Eagles 2-0 today against SUNY Morrisville, men and women, both capitalizing on this NAC battle. Everyone have a good night. We will see you tomorrow. You wouldn't want to miss it.